All right. So we're gonna have a bit of a contentious topic today. Little Goat James 4000 Sento Spirit. Which Raiden do you guys prefer? I'll tell you which one I prefer. I prefer the one that doesn't look like him. He's he's like just one swipe and you're done. He's a beautiful boy, aren't you? Huh? He's a beautiful boy. My son's cat. Dexter. Anyway, moving on. Which Raiden do you prefer? Well, how do I say this without sounding racist? I don't want to. No, I'm not racist. I'm just like. Okay, right. So, I'm old. So, I started playing Mortal Kombat when the first one came out. And Raiden, right, was always depicted as this massive, imposing dude, right? So therefore, like, I always go back to that, right? And it's the same sort of get up that you see here on the left. We'll read the comments in a minute because, you know, there's nothing like a good comment section to give you a whole dose of AIDS. So, I like the Raiden on the left because, not because he's not Asian. It's just that there's a certain amount of gravity, a certain amount of, like, experience and whatnot that not only is shown through just how the character looks, but also the way that he's been portrayed in, say, iterations of Mortal Kombat where they first started to do voice work. For example, in Mortal Kombat 4, right? When the camera, you know, fades in, and you got Raiden talking about, you know, it's this deep booming voice and he's standing there and stuff with his big old stick. I think it was. Anyway, that was great, right? Nobody cared. Apparently Raiden was based on a Japanese thunder god. But that doesn't mean to say that the god is Japanese. I mean, not to turn the wheel around on those people that say, well, Jesus is black. Well, maybe he is black. I don't really care what color he is. It's just, you know what I mean? Like, as long as he's Jesus. As long as he is Jesus, I don't really care if he comes down looking like a Pokemon, right? Okay, I'd have questions then. Right, but anyway, the point I'm making though is that Raiden, and this is why I am absolutely, and I think a lot of gamers in general are conservatives when it comes to the preservation of the game's original sort of format or content. Raiden has always been depicted on the left here through 99% of the games, right? Because of this new era dumb shit that they did with NetherRealm, they decided to change him into a little, right? Nice young Asian boy, right? So, now I actually don't mind Raiden in MK1, the new game, right? I just wish he wasn't Raiden. And the reason why that is, it's not just because he's... Well, it's not... Actually, you know what? I've already covered this in a video or two. They didn't just mess up Raiden, because if Raiden's supposed to be based on a Japanese thunder god, this is how you catch out the actual racists. They go, well, he's a Japanese thunder god, so that's why he's got to be Asian. Really? I see. Okay. Alright. Okay. Alright. He's Chinese. In the game. He's living in Chinese village in the game. So, this is how you know that the lefties are racist, because all they see is race. Right? They go, oh, well, they all look the same. Well, that's fucking racist, bro. Right? He's supposed to be Japanese. He's based on a Japanese thunder god. And what does your stupid ass do? You make him Chinese. Right? And the reason why this bothers me so much is because, like, I like Mortal Kombat story. It's, you know, for a fighting game that came out in the 90s, a lot of fighting games really didn't have a lot of story. And Mortal Kombat really kind of came out of the gate and cemented itself. You know, even with the original game, you had a biography that would show up to give you like a brief story on the character and its motivations. Then you had the ending, you know, and that was amazing. Like, that was pretty good for its time. Like, John Tobias was really, creating this wonderful world for Mortal Kombat. So, you already fucked up Raiden and MK1 just by getting the race wrong, right? It was supposed to be Japanese, not Chinese, if you want to go down that road, right? But more importantly, Raiden, now that we've had the Chaos Reigns expansion, he's just a dude with a disc, right? He literally gets given... It's like, you know, when you play MMOs and shit and you augment your armor and you put like a trinket or something on your gear and it suddenly goes, whoa, you know, now I can do this wonderful magical effect. That's what that's what Liu Kang did. He gave him a trinket. Right, here you go. Shinnok's, was it? No, it wasn't. No, it was Shinnok's amulet, wasn't it? Right? Can't remember because I don't care all that much with this stupid ass story with the new game. And so now he just wears it and he can go zap. Zap. Like what sort of dumb stuff is this? Like, it's so ridiculous, man. Like, it is so ridiculous, right? And I can't stand it because, you know, it's just a pest. It is just a royal pest, right? So we're gonna get into the comments. I think my camera's put out. There we go. That's better. This is all nice and smooth now. Right. I don't know what's been happening lately. The computer's been acting weird. I think I've got to reinstall the graphics card drives. But moving on. Right. So no, the dude on the right, you know, the only power he's got is delivering. It's alright, baby. I'm okay. This is just all for the you. Anyway, honestly, I prefer the MK1 version to all the characters. Yeah, there goes your, your respectable card opinion has been revoked. MK1 made well with most of the characters. Most. MK1 simply because we don't have to hear, let me consult with the Elder Gods ever again. Also, Raiden being clearly Asian now was a major win from NRS. I told you these people are racist. I told you, they don't care about anything else. They just don't, right? Laura comes in and says, oh, I think she's being sarcastic here, right? The hot one, is that all you wanted to hear? Yeah, I prefer the effable one. You shallow people. Yeah, I agree. The one that taught me the most valuable lessons I ever learned in life, there are fates worse than death. As much as I love innocent Liu Kang version of Raiden, I love the hardened warrior that was the old Raiden. From the MK9, MK11 timeline. Oh, these fucking young people. Do you know when MK came out before NRS? You know that, right? Also, Richard Epcar. Oh, yeah, dude. Fucking hell, man. Did a phenomenal job as Lord Raiden. Not sure if it was him in MK1 story mode, though, was it? It sounded like it. I mean, it looked like it, sounded like it. Hear me out. MK vs. DC Raiden. Right, the one that probably thinks Believer by Imagine Dragons is excellent type music. Old Raiden looks like a cheddar bob cat. Well, we know what to do with those opinions, don't we, boys and girls? Anyway, the old man, because at least I feel some sort of emotion towards him. I feel nothing towards MK1 Raiden. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, if he should have been another character. Maybe a brand new character. That would have been amazing, right? But it's so weird because, like I remember that interview. I've mentioned it before. Like, Ed Boon's like, oh, everyone's going to end up in the same spot as they were before. Shut the fuck up. What's the point of having a whole new timeline, right? If everyone's just going to end up in the same dumbass spot, right? You had a really good chance. Actually, they had a really good chance to actually make, what do you call it? Is that a thread? They had a really good chance to make like a prequel to all of Mortal Kombat to show us how the tournament began, how the Lin Kuei began. Going back all the way to the ancient days of the Great Kung Lao. But no, we just didn't. They did this to tick DI boxes, right? It was a lazy attempt at a cash grab mid creation of another fighting game in Justice 3. That's why they did it. His best moment was gaslighting Kung Lao at the very beginning of the story mode. Beyond that, I couldn't care less about him. I sympathized with it in MK11 by being haunted by his failures and when he turned evil in MK11, so I can see it. New Raiden, he is sweet and kind and don't have to consult the Elder Gods. But he doesn't have to do shit either. Like, he's just nothing. He's just a nothing burger. This person apparently loves old men and sweetheart boys. This is a teenage girl, really? Is this purely MK11 Raiden or just old Raiden in general? Because I don't remember him doing shit in M11 until the very end besides getting turned to sand as soon as the story begins and the tower is destroyed. Didn't play Aftermath. Blah, blah, blah. The character that's been portrayed as Asian for 35 years is actually Asian for once. No, he's supposed to be Japanese. You fucking racist people. All you see is color. Right? Or race. Listen to this dumb shit. And in the latest MK movie, is played by an Asian actor, Nature is Healing. Yeah, and how did that turn out? What a fucking joke. Right? Every single portrayal of Raiden, whether you like it or not, portrayed by a white dude, has been epic. Everyone. Right? You want to know why? Or maybe except for the dude in MK Annihilation. Oh, he wasn't too bad, I suppose. He was a little rough. Like, he was starting to get a little bit hard. And then he lost all his powers and basically he kind of became like an extra on a, Backstreet Boys video. Anyway, so we've got... Yeah, let's try and look. No, I'm sorry, but they are, right? We had the dude in the MK Conquest series, he was amazing, right? Who also played Shao Kahn, right? We obviously had Carlos Pesina portraying Raiden throughout all the 2D era. We obviously had Richard Epcar and whatnot doing NRS era with Raiden. And of course we had the greatest, Christopher Lambert, from the MK movie, right? The one in MK 2021 movie was dog shit. And it actually wasn't because he was Asian. If you actually found an Asian person that was very charismatic, it actually would have worked. But you turned him into this really fucking grim, dark, just boring ass character. But you only changed him to Asian so you could tick a box. And it was the worst one you ever did. Did you even shop around? Right? There are a hell of a lot of fucking charismatic Asian fellas that I've seen in movies over the years that are fucking kick ass. Right? I'm thinking, who am I thinking of that I think would have been a really good Asian? Someone Wong. I'm pretty sure his last name's Wong from... Now, I know who you're thinking of. Not the Marvel Wong, right? That's the Wong Wong. Am I allowed to say that? Am I getting in trouble for that? Fuck it. I'm only mucking around, right? I fucking love Asian movies anyway. Because I don't give a fuck, right? Anyway. I'm getting in trouble for that one, aren't I? Anyway, so, Romeo Must Die, right, with Jet Li and a liar, right, who sadly passed away many years ago, the Nubian queen, oh god, she's fucking hot, right, she was good. When people go, why don't you like black women, it's like, I actually do. I just prefer the ones from the 2000s and below, because they were actually hot, not this stereotypical slop that you push out now. Right? No. I actually do like attractive black women. I don't like unattractive black women. And that applies to any women. It doesn't matter what race you are. Clowns. Anyway. So in Romeo Must Die, with Jet Li. And you had Isaiah Washington in there. And who was the other dude? Delroy Lindo. Amazing actors, dude. Right? Anyway. The bad guy Asian... that ends up being bad at the end. He's real tall, he's real stocky, right? And he ends up having that awesome fucking fight at the end of Romeo Must Die, man, right? That guy could have been a good Raiden, right? because he's charismatic. He's got a charismatic feel to him, you know, when he's talking and stuff like that. And if you've seen him in other stuff as well, he would have been an amazing Raiden, especially now because he's an older gentleman and he actually would have fit the part, right? So I actually think that would have been a good choice, but no. No, they had to find the most mid, boring ass, tepid Raiden you could find for the movie. Sorry. I like them both equally. Thunder God Raiden, when he fully accepted Kung Jin with no hesitation. If it's not about the race, it's about the gay. Alright, anyway. One hand, MK11. Stop talking about MK11. Jesus, is there anyone in here that actually has pubic hair and chest hair? Yep. Oh my god. These, it's like, oh my god. Like, it doesn't even... The old man. MK1. New Raiden, but I will always have a soft spot for the old man Raiden. I can take them both, not in a fight. Yeah, who cares? The hot young version, yeah, of course. Hang on. Yeah, probably. Right, I'm not reading that shit. Not reading that shit either. I can't read that shit. The one that doesn't look like he's 2 seconds away from calling me a slur. Why is it always about, like, having sex with these people? Right? See, that's the difference. You notice something? Like, when we go, oh, we want the you know, the sexy ladies back and stuff. Because they make sure the dudes are fine. Even old man Raiden's going to be pulling in women. You know what I'm saying? He's getting his thunderclap on. You know what I'm saying? Right? So... anyway, right? You know what I'm saying? So, why is it with them, it's always actually about sex? With us, we're like, man, we just want to make the stuff look good, right? Because looking good makes you want to, you know, play the stuff, right? Or if the dudes that kick ass and look like they're great warriors, that makes you want to play as those characters as well. But these degenerates, they're always like, oh, but if I, you know, can I put my penis inside of it? That's where it comes down to, man. Fucking weirdos. Anyway, guys, catch you next time.